Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back to the channel, and we are here with another 12-12 AD siege battle for you today, and this is a 4v4 that becomes a 3v4 when one of the attackers drops out and abandons his teammates. So we're going to see a massive struggle here for the attackers in this battle, and I am playing this one as one of the attackers. I'm playing as the Gurad Sultanate here with my bombard firing away at the walls, and I am joined by Castile, Flanders and Milan over here on the far side. And yeah, so on the defense we have two Bohemian armies, we have a Serbian, and we have, I believe, a Georgian. Yes, there we go, a Georgian one. So it was kind of just a little joke basically that all of the defenders had to play with banners that had like a red and white theme. So obviously like Georgia there have their red and white, Serbia have their, or Bohemia here have their like white lion on a red field, and Georgia has a white eagle on a red field. So like everyone was like, oh, let's go red and white banners just for the jokes. But yeah, in this game is the Milan player over on the far side that drops. So it's then just down to me, Castile and Flanders to try and somehow eke out a victory. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this siege. It's certainly an epic one. Stick around to the end to see how this one turns out. And if you enjoy the video, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. As always, guys, thank you so much for the support, and keep it up. You guys are brilliant. But yeah, so this one kind of just starts a bit slow. I'm kind of just going to show off some of the defenses. Obviously, they've got their Pabby's crossbows up on the wall here. It's again a very strange setup. Don't often see this. I'm seeing it more regularly now, but in most of the 12-12 games I played, most people don't defend this like the walls. They just defend like the bottom, as you can see here with these spears. But we have a lot of Bohemian stuff on the walls here, a lot of macemen, and yeah, actually it seems to be all macemen. I was going to say there's something else up here, but it's not. Oh, there's some Georgian swords that are now coming off the wall. But yeah, it's mainly, and now we get around to the Serbs and stuff like that. But then literally every single choke point, it seems to be those either spears or halberds just defending these spots. So we're going to have a really rough time getting down. And I certainly didn't bring anything like halberd-wise. I could bring some, but I chose not to. I just find that I never seem to get good use out of my halberds and stuff. They always get shot to pieces or flanked or whatever. So I decided not to bring them. So instead, I brought elephants. And not just any elephants, Nafatoon elephants. These boys going to throw Nafatoons from their little towers up here. And I'm expecting some good kills with them, so we're going to have to keep an eye on them. I also just brought some basic Nafatoons, just brought some foot ones as well. Again, this is just like for unlocking defenses, like choke points with polearms in, for instance, with pikes and polearms in. These guys will just rip to shreds any sort of defense there, so I'm not too worried about like pikes in my experience anyway, because I've got stuff to counter it. And I've also got gunners as well, another good unit that will help rip through pike formations. My allies also have some pikes as well of their own. And these nasty pikes here. This is probably one of the most dangerous pike units I think I've ever seen. It's got a huge shield going on. This is Castile, by the way, Piones de Elite late version. You can see, look at that. They've got like a shield attached to their arm and their like back, and they hold their pike like that. And so they've like got really good missile block and also a pike unit. And really good missile block plus being a pike in 12-12 is super rare. I think that's one of the few units. There's an Italian unit that's got like a smaller shield, but yeah, then like nothing compared to that shield. So yeah, that's a really good unit to have. And then like I guess the big asset that like Flanders is probably bringing is like its cav. Some really good men-at-arms cav. Probably better than like anything I have to offer. And I don't know if Castile really brought any cav. Oh, you know he did. He brought some caballeros. Oh, they should be quite good as well. And the shock infantry as well. The men-at-arms solid, and these militia Gizamirs, obviously they brought some pikes as well, but they have no shields. Nothing like the Piones Elite over on the other side. But I'm about to land on the walls here, so we will see this in a minute. And yeah, I was playing this with a load of guys from my Discord, so if you want to join the Discord, the Papal Legion Discord, it's down below in the description. Feel free to just hit that link, and it will take you straight to our Discord. And it'll be great to have you guys there, especially if you want to play some 12-12 or just any Total War. If you want to get some games, I know it's like sometimes it's a struggle to get games for like 12-12 or Rise of Mordor. So yeah, feel free to join the Discord if you want to get involved. So yeah, my Rajputs are now landing onto the wall. I do apologise if it's slightly laggy. I've tried to sort it out as much as possible. But yes, the Rajputs are now onto the wall. Hopefully, as some men die, it should be okay. But yeah, the Rajputs are now onto the wall, and these are pretty good Rajputs. They should beat these Macemen. I think they're better in cost. They cost a lot more. But obviously, they've got the defenses of like the walls, and they also have gunners and stuff like this ready. Like these gunners have a nice little angle. They can't really see the Rajputs, but they could probably, if they wanted to, fire up onto that wall, give some support. These crossbows as well could probably help as well. These have these crossbows here. But I am busy destroying this wall here. I am going to open up a choke point. There's a lot of traps, unfortunately, in front of my area that I'm going to open up a choke point. They kind of anticipated I was going to put a choke point here because of the where the bombard like spawns. So yeah. So I've got Rajputs ready. I've got cavalry coming up as well. But I had spotted a gap. There is a nice gap here. Past these sharp stones, you can just get around these caltrops nicely, and I could get cavalry inside if I wanted to. But they have got pole arms ready. They've got some halberdiers of Bohemia ready and awaiting. So they may send them up as soon as the choke point is opened. Rajputs now fully enforced on the wall. So it'll be really good to see them in action. Yeah, the Rajputs are like a, well, they're from India, the Rajputs. So yeah, like the Gurids are like a weird Indian slash Eastern Iranian faction. It's kind of it's a cool faction. I really like it. Have by far and away the biggest selection of elephants. So if you're a big fan of elephants and Attila, playing the Gurids is a good choice. And yeah, also like they've got no shock. That's the big weakness. They have no shock infantry, but they've got like good swords. Rajput's really good. Their spears are quite good, and their cavalry's really good as well, I think. And I'm being a big fan of like the Mughal Empire. Like this is a pretty similar faction to them in a way. They've got like a unit that is like a Mughal lance or something like that. So that's kind of like the similar sort of thing. But the Macemen here are losing. So it shows like the quality of the Rajputs. They will beat Macemen. And they're winning there anyway. Over on this side though, I am losing because the crossbows, they're getting some decent angles onto the back of me. I don't actually know. I don't know where they're exactly getting angles, but they're getting some angles, and like they're firing to me is pretty devastating. They don't really have an angle, but they are. I guess maybe the unit also being surrounded is not really helping. Maybe I'm not really sure, but yeah, look at that. As I brought the wall down, the halberdiers went up to go and defend the breach, and they got destroyed by the wall falling down. So that was a big win for me. I was like, yes, thank God. I've got to like spend less ammo on killing these guys. But yeah, we'll go and check on the other sides now. You can see that Castile has now landed, as has Flanders. Got the sergeants triple silver chevroned up here. These sergeants are going to take a lot of killing. They've got some probably seriously good armor and probably decent melee attack as well. So they will certainly be fun to fight. If you are the Asnori swords here, they will be a bit of a struggle. I also feel like Eastern swords are have a bit of a weakness to Western swords. I don't know. Maybe the armor's just not as good. I don't know. I just see most of the time like Eastern, like the Byzantine units and say like Georgia lose out to say Western Crusader or just Western factions. So yeah, that's just a thing I've seen. Yeah, I think it was at this point that I think our teammate had dropped. He decided that it was pretty soon anyway. That our teammate drops like as soon as he lands on the wall or he leaves. So yeah, I was very much appreciated. But yeah, Milan is now on the wall, and he's got double silver chevron high like infantry. So these guys hopefully can do some decent work. Sergeants here, they're doing their best. It's not they got bigger shields than usual. Yeah, I think they have. The sergeants for like, are these sergeants? Yeah, they are. They've got bigger shields than I remember. Maybe they got them changed as Flanders. I don't know. But another choke point has come down here. They've again also had a bit of an issue. Someone's clearly lost the entire unit there of Asnori swords. That was Georgia, I think. There's certainly a lot of men there. Falling off the wall, or I don't know. Yeah, I think they must have fallen off the wall, or maybe they died in the choke point when they were ready to defend it, like this unit is now. They got some Tazruli swords, which are a really good unit. This is a very, very elite unit, better than the normal units that they have. So Georgia is ready to defend the spot, and I love this unit. Look at it. Look at the maces as well. Imagine being like meeting this as you come over the choke point, just met with a man with a huge mace. You turn around straight away. Got more Castilians landing on the wall now. I think they've actually just arrived. I think the Castilians were the last onto the wall. But what is this unit? It kind of reminds me of Conquistadors a bit. They got it here as well. Rodoleros. Yeah, it reminds me of Conquistadors a bit. I won't lie. See the unit here of Macemen still losing. I am now wavering though on this wall here though. We're both losing, but I am wavering. I think it's because the gunners and crossbows are firing, doing a lot of issues. I'm now sending my gunners, and I'm trying to fire into this halberdier blob here. Well, he's trying to do some damage. They have another halberd unit back here, and I'm just trying to do some damage. I can hear the guns of Bohemia going off. They're doing a lot of damage to my morale. Minus 13 morale. And unfortunately, I've taken more losses. But yeah, the tower's fallen. I started sniping towers with my remaining artillery ammo, trying to get some kills with these macemen. I also tried to damage these Italian mercenaries. So I kill about a good 12. So I mean, so every man's going to matter. And then this one, I was decided that was a good target to go for because, well, you can see all these macemen are like surrounding the tower. So if I can hit this tower and kill it, this will kill most of the macemen unit. That was the plan anyway. Hopefully my men don't get in the way. I love how these Rajputs got like almost like a skirt of mail. It's kind of weird. Some of them don't even have mail though. Well, they do have mail, but they have like different styles of armor. And over here, the defenders have their secret weapon. They've got dog heads. They brought like a load of dogs. So it's interesting to see how well they do. Brought 3 units. They're big units. 158 dogs per unit. Don't know why they have... I guess they have 160 because the officer and the banner carrier. Yeah, that'll be why. They've got a lot of cav as well just in the center here, ready to do some sallies or just to charge inside the walls. So we've got to be careful. They brought a lot of stuff. I mean, how many men are on this battlefield? There are a good 20,000 men on this battlefield, so I can see why it's slightly lagging maybe. Only about... Well, we've not lost too many, neither of the defenders actually. They've lost a good 500, we lost about 400. Look at the lines ready to just like protect this wall. We've got like all these spears here, you've got Mason behind. They are ready. I mean, Milan has got a really rough time getting through, and yeah, at this point, Milan dropped definitely, but you can see these Guard Real. They're getting moved on, and they should not be there. This is another good polearm unit as well. It's a real shame. Not got a shield, but look at the armor. Look at the armor. That is a tough unit to get through. Most of the Italian states have that unit as well. We put some cav over here as well. This is Flanders. Luckily, it was Flanders. Just to protect this like choke point here, because the defenders could, if they wanted to, go out this way here. Oh, maybe they can't. I thought they could. The defenders used to be able to go out this way and then go across and round and just do some damage to cavalry, but maybe they can't. I mean, they could just sally out this gate and then go around if they wanted to. But they've put caltrops in the way now, so they can't really do that. Which is a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame.
Our men have rallied.
My men, yeah, broke there and on the wall. And I'm ready to set another one up, but I don't really want to. I know what's coming. It's just more death from the gunners and the crossbows. It's a pretty nasty split. You can see like all the bodies down here. Look at them all. Disgusting. It really is. I'm still trying to fire at these halberdiers with my gunners. I'm not really having much luck, and I decided already it was time to bring the nav platoons up. It's early game, but these are the first halberds I'm facing, and maybe some of the only ones. I mean, there are a lot here actually, so I may be facing a few more. I finally broke the maceman unit on the wall, and as soon as I started firing at this tower, which got to 96%, I decided it was time to stop firing at it, because otherwise I endangered losing my own men. So I was like, right, let's just hold fire, and I'll just look after the last bits of my ammo, maybe to use somewhere else. But yeah, my other unit's now going onto the wall. I should beat that maceman unit. Should. Is the key word. I'm actually losing on the wall here. I don't know why. Rajputs? Oh, it's because there are crossbows here. Crossbows firing. Getting some decent angles actually onto my Rajputs up there. So yeah, that's unfortunate. spears now losing in this this choke point here against Tazruli. I don't know why Spain brought so many spears. They brought these Pioneers Pavis. Actually, he only brought like 2, so that's okay. I thought he brought like a lot more. No, he brought 2. But I wouldn't have sent these guys in first. I was just sending some swords in. Or the pikes. The pikes are coming up already. There you go. Spain versus Georgia. Not a combination you often hear in 12-12. I know there was someone in the comments that was desperate to see Georgia again once again in the in like a 12-12 scenario or battle. So I'm sure they're happy to see that Georgia's back. It's a fun faction to play. It used to be one of my favourite. It still probably is one of my favourites. Just haven't played it in a while. Got Rodoleros here beating these swords of Serbia here. I mean, they're so well chevron, these Rodoleros. I'm not surprised. Again, this is. I mean, they're also tier 2 against tier 3. In favour of the tier 3 Spanish. So yeah, no surprise. This is again though kind of what I mean though. Even if it wasn't tier 2, I bet those Serbian troops would have lost, because I just think Eastern units are just struggle a little bit more. What we got on the wall here? More Macemen. There's going to be Macemen everywhere. Bohemia's just everywhere. And Milan's just throwing up everything because that's what the AI does. And here we go. I start to send up the nav platoons. And the nav platoons are already blowing up some stuff. They're not. I mean, they're getting some decent kills. This poor man here's on fire. Rip in peace to him. And yeah, no, the halberdiers are really struggling. They're having a rough time. Okay, so we are back. Unfortunately, yeah, I just have to cut it quickly. I was just trying to sort out the lag issues a little bit. Doesn't seem like it's sorted out too much. I think it's just because of the numbers. But yeah, at this point I started throwing more nav platoons. And look at this. The poor Macemen now under heavy fire. These guys are getting absolutely butchered by these nav platoons. They already lost about 30 men. Getting really hit. And I started sending my Mirage Plus because I thought, well, these halberdiers are probably pretty damn affected by the nav platoons, like in morale-wise. And it's a thin line, so I was like, well, if we can just break through, I'll take the losses, like with my Mirage Plus. So these guys seem to be getting hit themselves with some nav platoons. They need to be careful. Yeah, they are. They're getting hit by nav platoons pretty badly, actually, I think. Yeah, this Maceman unit's like been reduced quite a lot. And now I have more. Oh, yeah, there you go. I finally got rid of the other tower. And it does more damage against these Italian mercenaries. There's another 12. So I was a bit, again, quite happy with that. Keep killing these guys just little by little. And I really need to start getting up like other stuff. There you go. You can see I'm starting to wave with these guys. And I think it's helping because the nav platoons are there. And there you go. I break these guys on the wall as well. But I'm getting hit mercilessly by these gunners here. These gunners just doing a lot of damage to me. So I need to really get off the walls. But there is another Maceman now on the walls to trap me in. And you can see they're sending in their Maceman as well. Now to just try and hold me back. Desperation. At least it's not more halberds. That's all I was caring about. They are just there waiting. They are just there. Over on this side, seems like the Spanish are having a lot more luck. You can see they've broken through their choke point. The pikes really doing a lot of work there. Yeah, they're breaking the Serbs here on the wall. They are losing over here, though. They have just broken 2 units as well. Broken these Aznuri swords. This is actually Flanders. Yeah, Flanders having a little bit of more of a struggle. These sergeants losing, wavering. They've got a lot of men left, and they're really well upgraded. So Aznuri swords proving their worth there, at least. Oh, then they're Tazruli. Okay, so they are a bit better. Fighting the cream of the crop. And you can see down here now that there's a lot of shock infantry and stuff getting ready to just fight it out. And you can see that the Macemen are trying to pin them in this choke point. They're going to push forward these Italian mercenaries, you imagine, just to stab these guys in the back. Look how close they are. Just need to push forward a little bit, and you poke those guys in the back. These are the Italians as well. This is the AI getting off the wall. Yeah, AI sending in its shock infantry early doors. But at least it still needs dealing with. That's the thing. Even though it's the AI, it still needs dealing with. Yeah, these guys are nasty. They really are, in their full suit of armor. Like, there's just no chink in the defense. And you can see now that the AI just decided to charge its general, its Familia Ducal, across just about every single trap. And yeah, this is just not helping. I mean, it's helpful for us because the non-AI units are now just going to be able to just not have to worry about traps because the Family Ducal here is dealing with them all. But it's a really good unit. And yeah, the AI just basically wants to get its cavalry inside because it's found a choke point. And it's like, oh my gosh, a choke point, let's get it all inside. The pikes now over on this side, we've got their Piones here. They're fighting against Tazruli again. I thought these guys had a limit. I thought you could only bring like 3. Maybe that's the case. Maybe not. I don't know. I actually don't know. Maybe they got rid of the limit for them. Or maybe I've only seen 3. Look, big win over here, though, that these guys are losing. These Italian mercenaries are losing here in combat. And they're only fighting a sword unit, a Rodolero, a gold chevron Rodolero. Jeez. They're not fighting like anything special. They're not fighting another pike unit. So I was really surprised that these guys were losing with these Georgian Italian mercenaries. Of course, the Italians still have to make an appearance, even when they're fighting in this battle, like the Milanese. They still have to like make an appearance as mercs. Same with Genoa. Genoa's always here. At this point, yeah, I'm losing this choke point here against the Macemen. So are the Macemen. So, kind of 50-50. Again, I'm losing on this goddamn wall with my Rajputs. They just can't win. I should just stop sending men up here. And then at this point, they send out some dogs. We have dogs out here. I'm pretty sure dogs should die to caltrops. Look at the... Like, that would kill a dog. But you can see they've been mobilized these dog heads. And I don't know what they're going for. Maybe my archers, but I have Rajputs nearby and Cav. And there you go. The Family Ducal dies. I'm pretty sure he died to like some caltrops or something. Yeah, he's just about hit every single trap on the way around. Look at this. Dumb AI. What's he down to? 27 men. Still had a lot of men left in the unit. So obviously now Milan, even though like the AI, like it's still like going to be able to, like the numbers were still there, but now like they're just going to break so much quicker without a general. The dog heads now going after my Rajputs. I don't know how great they're going to do, like either side. Dog heads are okay, but I thought they were good against like archers and stuff. Yeah, you can see these dog heads already getting like speared. Like, I'm sure this banner carrier is having a time of his life spearing dogs on the end of his banner. Oh dear. I already know like there's going to be some poor like Peter or something like that's going to be around already demanding that I've been abusing dogs or something like that. Those Rajputs are just killing them mercilessly. They've already killed about 40 of them. Poor dogs. Poor dogs. Yeah, these guys are getting mercilessly killed. Oh dear, yeah, I'm going to be done for some sort of animal mistreatment here or something like that. But yeah, and then decide that sending Cav in was even better. And there you go. I killed so many more of them. Knock over so many of these dogs. I don't actually doesn't. It kills quite a few, but not like many. I get like I ask in the games like, what kills dogs quickly? My teammates just went Cav. Just kill them Cav. So gave my Cav some to do. Over on this side again, still struggling to break through. Losing here now, though. These Rodoleros now losing. They are being shot in the back, I think, and they are wavering. But they're still wavering the pole arms. It's a big win. We need to kill every pole arm we can. Every pole arm we kill is a big win. So yeah, still it's a 3v4 at this point. If you can see the balance of power, it's pretty damn even, which is a bad sign. They have the numbers as well. So we cannot afford to make any slip-ups. Just need to keep winning in the scenarios like this one here. Keep our pikes alive. Over here you can see the Italians starting to waver and lose. Doesn't help that their like general's dead. And they're also getting shot by a mortar. Just to top it all off. Who's got the mortar? The Georgians have brought the mortar. Okay. Need to get rid of that because that's like 200 kills easy. A mortar easily gets 200 kills every game if used well. How could these heavily armored men die and lose to these macemen? And who else do they fight? Who else is in there? Heavy axemen, which are medium shock. They, yeah, should be winning that. Oh, it's because that, yeah, that mortar's doing so much damage to morale more than anything. I mean, it's not helping its own side as well. These guys are wavering and losing, so I'm not really sure how they're winning that. Or holding stuff back. Big movement from Cav here. Big movement from Cav here. Kind of good to keep an eye on that. At this point, they sent up their second pole arm. I was getting sick and tired of seeing these pole arms. And I've still made no progress. Like, my allies are making all the progress here. And now is the time, I felt, to get the gunners up on the wall. And, I mean, I've got really good targets now. I can just aim down straight onto those pole arms there if I chose to. I think I've got on the other side as well, I've got, yeah, crossbows coming up now. I've got these, these are Chark infantry. They're pretty good in combat, and they're crossbows, obviously. So I think I'll have them shooting at these handgunners over here, just trying to do some damage. I really can't remember. But Spain's coming across. He's bringing some Rodoleros, and he's going to come help kill these Macemen, which I appreciate quite a lot. And the issue is now that I've realized that where I put the hole in the wall, the only place I can get these men off the wall without destroying these towers was over here. It's all the way over here. So I can get them off, luckily. But it's going to be all the way over here. So my attack, I can't really send more onto the wall because then it means it's got to go all the way around here and help the Spanish attack rather than my own. So that's a bit of an issue. The pikes, I've just realized, have been taking a beating. Down to 80 men. So that's not good. What did they get charged by? Cavalry, I think. That's really here. I think they might get charged by them. A general in there. Oh, that's Family Ducal. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about him then. He's dead. I've got the Spanish cavalry in here. The Caballeros. What are they trying to do damage to these cavalry, this archer unit here. These dismounted Manapsa. Really, really good unit. Pretty good in combat as well. They're pretty well armored. And we're now winning over here. The shock infantry are just routing all the other stuff. So that's great. Though we are losing here. These Guardia Ducal. Yeah, just Milan's units. Just Milan did not help us. We'll put it like that. Did not bless us. It's hard to fight a 3v4. They're on the walls now. Look at this. Pole arms on the walls. It's kind of working. He's got archers on the wall though as well, which is certainly not working. Get those archers off the wall. They have a lot of ammo as well, so they're just losing no reason. And also gunners. What is these gunners doing here? They're just firing at stuff on the walls, and they're not going to get any good kills. So that was a real shame. But yeah, I'm actually starting to bleed the defenders dry over here with units. They're pretty short and stuff. You can see, like, they've not got much. They've got a lot of pole arms, and I've got a lot of ammo left, and a lot of Nafatoons. They've got some gunners of their own. They've got a lot of crossbows. They've got some swords and some shock, but not much. And we're starting to rout stuff. I'm losing here though. Seems like after a time the Rajputs do actually start to lose. Maybe they're not as good as I thought. I certainly know if you upgrade them a couple of chevrons, they become really, really strong. Maybe that's the case, just as I whack my mic. I apologise. Yeah, I'm now getting up more crossbows. I was deciding that you can see here, I won this fight here because I surrounded like the unit that was on the wall with these two Rajput units. So now I have a nice platform for crossbows and gunners just to do as much damage as possible. And you can see these halberdiers, 128, they're now vacating from the choke point, and it will allow my swords to just get in. And they have nothing ready. They have shock infantry here ready. I don't know if these swords are planning to stay on the wall, but they should probably get them off the wall. Because this is a really good spot that Bohemia's got. Like, if I keep sending troops onto this wall, I'll lose them to the gunners, whatever they do. I could send in cavalry as well. Remember, I indicated where that little spot is. I also destroyed all the cal drops here, so it just make it nice and easy for me to now to get stuff in. So I could get cavalry in. I could charge anything, really. I mean, just gotta be careful with the pole arms. Pikes over here losing. Big problem here. Cannot have these guys lose. What are they fighting? Some spears, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce the name. But they are getting shot by archers, actually. I think it's just because they've been in a lot of combat. They've been in so much combat and seen so much like action, they probably just eventually getting tired. Over here, what have we got? We've got dismounted caballeros. Okay, so we've got some of Spain's shock infantry in here now. Or Castile's shock infantry in here. What's this unit that's in combat? Is it dismounted Manapsa? I did think so, because they've got that bows out. But yeah, they can change to a sword and a shield. Obviously, fighting shock, they're not going to do too well. But I bet if they like just fought swords, they'd be okay. They'd certainly be alright. Yeah, everything's losing here, actually. Tazrili Sword's losing as well. They got a lot more pole. Look at this. Still more pole arms back here. So many. What's the numbers looking like? Very close. Very, very close. Which is probably in favor of the defenders when it's very close. AI over here winning. Well done to them. Milan's now off the walls. But he's got to face a lot of shock infantry. What's this? This is Vojnik. I'm not even going to try. It's Axis of Serbia, basically. You know what? Let's just try not to pronounce any names that are, like, I can't pronounce. Just to save insults to the people from those countries. Yeah, these shock infantry from Milan are going to just get chopped down, I imagine, now. Real shame. Got pole arms here, they're moving up. Some of the halberdiers that Bohemians keeping in reserve. They've got a lot of spears as well. A lot of these, like, spear units as well of Serbia. Really hard to break through. I believe Serbia's got no swords. Oh, no, they do. We've just seen them fight. They're here. It's Bosnia. Bosnia, which is, like, got no swords. So it's a really tough unit, tough faction to play, put it like that. But the pikes are still alive and they're still killing people. It'd be interesting to see how many kills these pikes got at the end of the game. I'm quite interested. I've got to say it must be like upwards of 100. They're now actually breaking. I think they're breaking. Yeah, they broke. Wow, that's a shame. 42 men left. And what are they falling back? Some spears? Okay, well, that's not the end of the world. That is not the end of the world. Shock infantry should deal with these guys. This time, Caballeros should mince through these Serbian swords. They still got plenty of shock of their own. And I am in now. I broke it. So I broke this halberdier unit with gunners and with a cavalry charge, rear cavalry charge. I now have swords fighting the shock infantry. I'm not going to win that fight. I'm trying to even it up with my gunners and shark infantry. I get my cav to charge these swords. Not the greatest of charges because they're coming around a corner. These mutarabs are pretty nasty as well. I really am not using them to my greatest effect. Did okay there though. You can see it got out of the charge. Killed about 40 odd men. I need to get more infantry in. As you can see, more Rajputs now coming in. I've got my second cav coming in. They got the gunners now. They're firing at I don't know what at all. But now we're rear charging the shock infantry. They're gone. Goodbye to you, sir. And they're going to get chopped down and killed, you imagine. And they're wavering. They do not like that. Yeah, they got the gun morale as well, which is not helping them. Imagine that's not helping my my infantry either. Yeah, they're actually firing, like, I think these gunners here are trying to fire into the back of my men. Yeah, I need to get all my cavalry. That's going to be another good charge here by my cavalry. Into the flank of these macemen. Yeah, they're having a rough time, these macemen. They're bringing up more shock infantry. This is heavy axemen from Bohemia, or one of the Bohemian armies. So that's an issue. But yeah, I did not realize all this cavalry here. And they have a lot of cavalry here ready. This is a lot of Serbian cav, I think. This might be all Serbian cav. German men at arms. It's like tier 2 stuff, tier 1. Yeah. Vlasta. But yeah, they've got to be careful because there are just caltrops there. So they might want to not just charge out. If they charge out, they may die. Put that like that. But my cav is now inside and it's doing a lot of work. It needs to. I was basically trying to get these two cav units, I think one charge that way, then charge that way, and vice versa. But they got stuck on each other. Of course, the cavalry units can't just be so synchronized and do good work. But there you go. I'm not just charging everything into these swords, into these axes. But this is not going to end well now. I need to get some swords up here to just replace these cav in combat. And I'm going to turn one of the mutarabs around, and I'm going to just rear charge all of these Italian mercenaries eventually. And first get around them. But again, I've got all my crossbows and gunners on this wall. Serbia should not have contested this. Should have fallen back with his handgun, with his mercenaries, and fought for another day. And look, you can see they're charging out now. And somehow they're not dying on their own caltrops. Yeah, why are they not dying on their own caltrops? Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, they're not dying on their own caltrops. Oh, no, they are. They are dying on their own caltrops. They're just skipping most of them, though, luckily. But yeah, here comes the big sally out now. They were trying to go for my elephants, I think. I'm not quite sure what they were going for. But if they went for my elephants, I don't think they could beat them. They got Nafatoons. And, I mean, I've got my general there as well. But yeah, and foolishly, I sent my elephants inside. And, I mean, they can take my gun. My gun's gone. It's got nothing out. No ammo left, really. My elephants get inside. And my general is, well, just chilling, doing whatever he wants. And yeah, the Serbian cav now is just going to bolt for my general. And I was very much unaware. I think I was busy doing like, yeah, hammer and anvil charges here. You can see just breaking all that infantry. I'm now going to charge these heavy axemen here. I'm just desperate to try and get through and help my allies on the other side. Here we go. The Musarab's going in. Heavy axemen get knocked down. And yeah, there you go. My general's about to get like absolutely destroyed. But at this point, I was like, screw it. We're in. I am not turning around to save my general. You can see my allies still doing a good amount of work. These cav here. You need to be careful with the caballeros charging in the spears. Look, they actually did a lot of damage. But yeah, they also need to be careful like crossbows and stuff. It's still really, really close, guys. 400 men advantage now, but I'm not sure. I mean, we've also lost the general. And we're about to lose another one. Well, I'm about to lose my general out here. And yeah, you can see he's not doing so well. He's a bow cavalry unit. He doesn't do quite so well to cavalry charging him, put it like that. I think he would rather have stayed out of that fight. But I need to be really careful because Serbia could just send all his cavalry now into the back of my army. I've already lost a couple of elephants as well. I was going to send them out, and I think these elephants died to gunners. I think these elephants died to gunners, unfortunately, or to crossbows. They might die to those crossbows up there. But the elephants are now into action. And I kept them off fire at will. I didn't want them just throwing nafatoons and doing a lot of damage to my cavalry. I was going to tell them when to throw their nafatoons. But they are breaking all these guys. They're doing a serious amount of damage. Even if they do, like, elephants maybe not get the kills, but the morale effect they do is just devastating. Like, they broke all those units really, really quickly. Now we've got straight charge at one of the Bohemian generals. I think this is the Bohemian army that, like, general that's defending this side. And he's basically out of infantry, so like that's just his last unit. He's got crossbows here as well of Serbia we can take out, all sorts really. And you can see that we're now breaking through. But we are losing on this flank. Oh, look at all the dogs. What are they fighting? Dismounted caballeros. Oh dear. Look at that, a sea of dogs.
Men are broken and running for their lives.
We've got spears coming up now. They should do a good amount of work. I think these shock infantry actually might lose the dogs. Certainly with the support of other shock. Look at all the spears that are in here as well. This is a lot of Serbian and Georgian spears. All in this line. And we've got cavalry in here now, rear charging to these pole. Oh, are they rear charged? They hadn't actually got their pole arms down. I don't think that was the issue. But they charged them. Put it like that. The cavalry charged them. We've got a general in combat here. This is the Georgian general. Whose cav's this? This is Spain's cav, or Castile's cav. Needs to be careful. Cavaliers broke there. It's a shame. They've got some men at arms here, Flanders. They can sink those men at arms through. They could go after this. These gunners here, but my cavalry is going to get in and charge these gunners. Whether it will rout them, I'm not really sure. It's such a weak unit of cav, but they knocked down the entire thing. They might just do it. And they did just do it. Very, very nice. There you go. My elephants now routing these gunners. They need to be really careful. These elephants are getting focused down by archers up here. There you go. Routed them. I was very quick to get my elephants out there and keep charging towards his king's bodyguard. I was quite happy to bait my infantry at this point. If they were going to like just, yeah, and look at that. The general realizes what's going to happen. That he would charge that first infantry unit and then he'd be succumb to the elephants. But yeah, at this point I didn't realize what was happening. But they released some dogs and they're attacking my nafatoons. And these nafatoons are losing. So they're going to die to some dogs being bitten on their legs, like ankles. These ankle biters. Gonna kill my nafs. They got so much ammo left. So much ammo. So it was really frustrating to see that. These men at arms are actually... They're losing to dogs? Oh my. Okay. Need to get them out of there. But yeah, I've now freed up everything on the wall. Apart from this. So now they got some pole arms onto the wall. Managed that, I don't know how. Yeah, at this point I'm also like firing down like with the... with my gunners here, I'm just firing onto all of the cav over there. They're firing their crossbows at me. And they left this sword unit on the wall, which could have been very, very useful. But yeah, the gunners here, they've been firing on all the cavalry down here. Not getting many kills though. My general at this point is dead. Unfortunately. There you go.
Enemy forces have struck our general down.
He killed him. So yeah, I'm now without a general. Morale for me is not going to be great. And that's not great when my elephants are now in combat. I really would like the elephants to stick around to the very, very end. Till every single last one of them is dead. Well, Spain making a good push here though with Flanders. Need some pole arms in here though to combat the halberdiers or some pikes. My elephants are now in combat over here. They're just beating up these doghead infantry. Like the dogheads are gone somewhere, I don't know where. The elephants now, they're losing men though, or elephants. Down to 14. So that's 7 elephants left by my quick maths. Kill them all. Yeah, these elephants are getting really good kills. I mean, they're not killing like amazing stuff here. They're just killing like basics, but that's fine. You can see that they've bringing in their Serbian cav now. They are going to send it through the city. And that was fine with me because I meant my gunners could get some good volleys off. I nearly, look at how much damage I do to this general. Do so much damage, down to 29 men. That's from my crossbows and for my gunners. And yeah, this is really annoying. But they're going for my elephants, which are now out of control. Which is a real issue. I was going to set up get my Rajputs out of combat. The elephants just decide to run back the way they came anyway. So I should have just kept my Rajputs where they were. They just need to be careful. But yeah, the general is going to charge in. And the elephants are now back under control. So now it's time to kill them. They're going to charge my Rajputs. It's fine. So it means they have to go into the elephants as well. And I think at this point I activate the Nafatoons. And it is time to start killing these Serbians. I don't know how many. There you go. General has died. Whose general is that? That is the Georgian general dead. So they're now without a general. Elephants here wavering. That's a bit of a worry. Their Grand Prince bodyguard is now losing as well. And you can see I've been throwing the Nafatoons, doing a lot of damage to just about every single man down here. Any cavalryman just gets a pot on his head. A fiery pot of death. They're wavering. I mean, my Rajputs are winning here, but that's no surprise. Rajputs actually losing in this fight as well. Keep throwing the pots. We break their general. The Grand Prince is dead. Or not dead, but he's broken. Hopefully never to return. And then we're going to break this cav as well. This is a really bad use of the Serbian cav. They could have used this certainly somewhere else. I don't know where. They could have certainly gone for the stuff around the back if they wanted to. They tried it and it didn't pay off. But yeah, Milan's actually still in the game as well. Milan is still doing things. Flanner's got a lot of reserves as well. He's got a lot of pole arms, cavalry left in fact as well. So that's really good. Still fighting it out in this choke point here. I think the general's returned for Serbia. Yeah, he did. 11 men left. God damn. Look at this choke point as well. Just so many spears in here. Not want to fight in this fight here. Just a massive infantry. Don't know where these gunners are firing. They're probably doing a lot of damage. Yeah, these gunners here are doing probably a lot more damage to the morale of their infantry than they are to... I don't know, they might be firing these pavis here. But I think they're doing more damage to their own men than they are to the pavis, if that is the case. And we've got a general in here. Whose is this? This is the Spanish general, King's bodyguard. And he's going after, I think he's going after the Serbian general. We've got a tiny unit of Flanders men-at-arms as well, trying to kill this Serbian general. He's still not dead. I know I have infantry that's come off the wall over here. Off this wall where the Pavis crossbows are now. And I'm now supporting this fight here with the heavy axemen. And we've broken through. And we've killed that general, that Serbian general as well, thank God. My elephants are now all gone. Rest in peace to them. I think they did fight basically the last one. I can't see any running away anyway, or waddling away. But I'm basically out at this point. I've got a lot of gunners, I've got crossbows left, I've got some swords. But I've got no real great assets to give. I guess maybe my crossbows are pretty useful for the pole arms. But yeah, no Nafatoons or anything like that. We've now got a Bohemian general in combat here as well. Could we turn it around? Could we get some more generals dead? If we can, then that'll help with morale massively. Got I think this is the Spanish, oh no, Spanish cavalry. I thought it was the general. No, he's back there. But yeah, it's slowly turning in our favor. Ever so slowly, we're eking this out. 400 men difference is going to be really close. They have a lot of like shock infantry and polearms left to the defenders. We charge cavalry over here. We have these men at arms charging these crossbows that just stood here unprotected. So this is a big win. What have we got here? We've got polearms coming over. So the cav needs to get out of there pretty soon. Pretty sharpish. They need to just get the archers. Yeah, they got some archers over here, but they're out of ammo. They've got crossbows here. Just focus on these polearms. The cav now is in combat with the polearms. Get them out, boys. Get them out. Those polearms will rinse you. There you go. I think they're out. They still lost a lot of men. They were a much healthier unit, and they're losing quite a few now. But yeah, that's unfortunate. But we do have another one. We have another fresh men at arms here already. So this is very reassuring when I saw this later in the game. And I was like, oh my gosh, we still have like a fresh unit of cav. Let's do stuff. But yeah, I'm sending them the remains of my barrage. But these guys see so much action. And this is the mess that is now the combat. I don't even know who's fighting in here. German men at arms, there's some Serbian cav facing down a combination of Flemish and Spanish cav and a load of infantry as well. We should win that with the infantry support. Over here, yeah, I don't even know what's left. There's nothing here. My gunners are still firing and stuff. I don't know what they're even shooting at. Maybe at these guys down here? I have no idea. Maybe shooting at the Pavis? I have literally not a clue. Oh, they're coming onto the wall. How dare they fight me on the wall? Take out my gunners. But we break through here. We force them back from the choke point. I think the cav flees, as you can see here. Yeah, they're pretty banged up at this point. And they've actually gone into the archers over here. These tiny little units of cav causing all sorts of havoc.
Enemy forces have seized our gates.
This is just like some Flemish cav here, just like causing all sorts of havoc to these poor Pavis. But we're still struggling. We've been pushed back in this position here. You can see the pikes, the other pike unit, another Piones de Elite, holding the line here. They're getting shot hard. They are losing some men, but not as many as you'd lose if this was like a non-shielded unit. They need to get this just like out of crossbow range. Just not have it just stood in the street being shot at. Need to get some of their own Pavis up. Just shoot in front. Shoot those mercenary Genoese. Like I told you, the Genoese, they make it to every single battle. These men they can't miss a fight. Over on this side though, it's reassuring that these spears are starting to lose. I mean, the attackers are running out of infantry here. We've still got plenty of shock infantry by the looks of it, and archers. Polearm's losing him. Militia Gizmir's now being broken by the superior polearms. I also think these crossbows here on the wall have been helping massively. And at this point, it's a big old fight around this point here with the cavalry. You can see there's more cavalry coming in. We've got the Bohemian General. I think both the Bohemian Generals have been in combat now, doing all sorts. These are tier 1, so they're going to be low armor. Should be easy to kill with crossbows.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
Or just with a big axe, as you see there. So you need to be careful. He's pulled him out of combat. Still very healthy, though. That's the only issue. And now we've got our crossbows that they're shooting these halberdiers in the front. These halberdiers have no shields to protect them. They're doomed. They are doomed. We've got the pikes here. They need to be just careful. There's R2 units of crossbows here, but they are just anticipating that the king's bodyguard is going to come up. Now you can see there are some more halberdiers getting ready. Militia Gizmir's. They're getting ready to combat these polearms by the looks of it, but they're not going to be able to go in anywhere there. And they've actually got a barricade here that's now stopping these polearms from retreating. They're not wavering already. And more units breaking. That's the spears they're breaking. If these polearms just push on, they could just flank these guys. And if these crossbows can go up, that'll be great. Big win there. Over on this side, my final unit of swords is losing to shock infantry. I'm going to be soon very much out of infantry. And there you go. I think I'm out. I've got some Chark infantry left, but these guys just crossbows. Nothing special. They've got more of this German men-at-arms zone here. They just carry on fighting. The dog infantry, the dog handlers are beating my gunners. There's one guy up here. Look at this. one guy with a pointy stick attacking my gunners. He's like, oi, oi. And then the dog heads here. Just, I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing? Not sure, but we are breaking through. Slowly but steadily, we are breaking through. Shock infantry here. Fighting the Serbs. They've done such a good job. Cavalry coming up. They're broken, but now you can see, now that they've broken, the Bohemian general has seen a chance to just rear charge all of this. This is a big risk. I set up my Chark infantry, and I make myself try and be a juicy target to save these shock infantry from being rear charged. I don't really care if my men die. It's worth the risk. It's worth the risk. So you're going to see in a moment a massive sacrifice. These poor Chark infantry. And here they go. They're going to get run down. I also could try and get a volley off. They actually get a point-blank volley off. And it allows also like the archers behind the Pappy's crossbows here to get a decent volley as well. And yeah, they felt that. Not many of them dying, but like a few, enough dying. My Chark infantry's kind of survived as well. So that's a win. I'll take that. But yeah, I kind of saved these pole arms, these shock infantry here from being charged. But yeah, over on this side you can see that the militia Gizmirs just standing here. They need to move forward. They need to push around. And over on this far side, Flanders has finally broken through this choke point here. It's been such a pain. He's finally made it. The gunners now firing their point blank into him, just to remind them that they're there. The fresh men at arm unit that's now in combat, just consistently charging these crossbows, and they are low on men now. Are the defenders? It's a bit more like obvious is the advantage. And now the general here, we've got the Bergmeisters charging Maceman here. Can't even see the Maceman, they're just surrounded in here. And I think they're trying to get out. I don't know. Was that the Serbs? It might be the Serbs. No, they're rear charging the dog heads. Oh, not rear charging, just head on charging. Now they've got to take out this King of Bohemia. They do just that. Oh, I love his armor though. Look at that. Black armor. Looks awesome. Let's watch him in fight. Oh, no. Stay. Maybe he's going to die. Oh, he's broken. Better like that. And now we can just push the cap point. I just sent my Chark infantry and these Pappy's crossbows, and we just ran for the choke point. I had my Chark infantry just chasing down this general. I was not allowing him to just get any charges off anywhere easy. Got cavalry here cutting down some crossbows. Last stand of the defenders.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
Serbia holding on. You can see now that these militia Gizmirs are in behind. Some Serbs turned around, but it's only a matter of time until they have to break. I think Serbia's lost their general. I think most of the defenders have lost their generals now, so they won't be holding for much longer. Still got some macemen, but not like many. Handgunners. Yeah, they've not got these guys in combat. This is the last unit of Milan, and I don't think it's been doing anything. They've just been firing this wall. Won't be getting any kills. It's wasting their ammo. And you can see now that we're just going for the capture point. I was just like, let's just end it. It's getting too close. I mean, it wasn't at this point, because like a load of stuff just chain routed. But I'd given the orders to these guys and like, just go for it. Let's take the point. Because I was really worried that like this general might just come around and just rout a load of stuff. But we have like fresh cavalry here. 70 out of 8 left. Yeah, they'll be okay. So they might just charge down the street and just go and hit those militia Gizmirs in the back. That's what I'd possibly do. But I mean, obviously going to get shot by bows, possibly. Crossbows. But it's a risk. And yeah, then they realize what's going to happen. They go to look to turn around. But we have crossbows ready and trained on any like entrance into this this point. And yeah, that's going to be the battle really. We have 2 minutes left, but it's just really just us running down units and taking the point. So yeah, it was a really close one. I really enjoyed the siege battle. It was really hard. It certainly put like mine and my allies like skill up to the desk, playing a 3v4. Yeah, I would not recommend it. It's pretty hard. Like it's technically a 4v4, but AI basically how they treat their men. It might as well be a 3v4. They're just suicidal. They do the dumbest things, like pole arms on the wall. Those gunners just shooting the bottom of the like outside for some reason. They just be shooting the entire game, not getting any kills, I bet. And then they put archers on the wall and got them straight into combat, wasting all the ammo. So like AI is just, it's a waste of space. So this 3v4 was, yeah, this 4v4 became a 3v4 basically pretty quickly. I mean, men at arms here just beating this Bohemian general, and yeah, we take the point very, very shortly. And that's going to be the battle, really. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I certainly have. It's been a really, really fun one to watch. Again, kind of like see a few things that I didn't see last time. Obviously, I covered most of like, I did cover quite a lot of what happened here because obviously like the elephants are very fun to watch and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot happened on my side, like sallies and stuff. So I covered a lot there. These guys were grinding in choke points for a very, very long time. It was only till the end that they started to break through. So yeah, I'd just say well done to the defenders. They did a really good job holding the line for a long time. I honestly thought, certainly after our like opponent dropped, and I had like 2 or 3 units break on the wall, I thought that's game. Like I can't get through. But then I don't really know what it was. I guess maybe like the elephants obviously like getting in. Me putting gunners and crossbows on the wall was huge. Helped take like the walls for my team, or for myself anyway. And yeah, like the pikes as well. The pikes of Spain did a really good job. This the one that broke through this here, and then over here, and then kept going along. Just did a really good job, and that was just very, very decisive to helping us get inside and get a foothold. I think that was really well done. But yeah, there you go. We've got like 30 seconds left. What has happened? Who is left? Oh, these gunners and these crossbows. They're fighting shock infantry. Should probably die. There you go. They're going. And what else is left? Oh. These Pavis, yeah, I don't know why Bohemia left his Pavis on the wall here. Like, should have got these guys off the wall to annoy stuff. Certainly would have been of use. I guess there was a lot still going on around here, like elephants and stuff. But they should have definitely got off the wall. Oh no, maybe they couldn't. No, they can. They can get off the wall here. So yeah, I don't know why they didn't get off the wall. Could have been useful. But there you go, last few seconds. And we are done. A Pyrrhic victory for the Gurids and their allies. So we'll end the replay and have a look at the end results. So yeah, like I said, I was playing as the Gurids. Not like amazing kills for my infantry. The best one getting 197. That's actually pretty good for my Rajputs. But like, yeah, some of them do pretty awful, getting gunned down by crossbows and stuff. But yeah, some did quite well. 197, 174 did quite well. My Chark infantry getting 102 kills. My gunners getting 125, which is not too shabby. My Cav getting 308 kills. My elephants nearly 300 kills, getting 278. So I was not too like bothered about that. I thought they did quite well. My Nafatoons getting 82. Definitely could have got more if I just paid attention and protected them a little bit more from those dogs, those poor men. They died and they didn't need to. But yeah, then Stand, who was the Milan player who dropped, his shock infantry did quite well, even though he it was AI controlled. 218 kills. His swords 108. And his Cav, yeah, like no kills. It's like the Cav's just useless and when AI controlled. His gunner's 98 kills actually, even though they're firing outside the walls. It's kind of impressive. Then Paranoid here with Flanders did very, very well. Helped with Dragon Player get through that center point, and yeah, they did really well with Shock Infantry 279. His Gen getting 160. His sergeants, see, I thought they got gunned down on the wall, but they did pretty well. I mean, some of them did quite well. 157, 150. But certainly some broke really, really quickly. His St. Sebastian longbows, 221 kills, very nice there. His crossbows of St. George, 167. His gunners, only 2 kills, that's a shame. And his men-at-arms, 209 kills, so not too bad for them. And they were the fresh unit left at the end. And then Dragon Player, who had those very nasty pikes, where are they? There they are, 124 kills, not that many, but they seem to just like do a lot of damage, maybe, and then just like other units came in and just got the kills. I don't know. His shock infantry 370 kills, very nice. His swords, his Rodoleros here 170. His Pavis crossbows 217, and his Cav here 274. 4, so very, very nice. And then we have the Grand Duchy of Serbia, played by Daddy Caddy, who was had his shock infantry, 203 here. His spears, he brought a lot of spears, not too bad for defense. I don't really know how, like, these swords are okay, so I would have probably bought a few more swords, possibly, but that's just my view. His spears did okay though, 338, and his polearms only 61 kills. They got focused down by my crossbows and gunners on my side, and also I rear charged them with cavalry, so that's why they died very quickly. His swords only 81 kills, his crossbows getting 141 kills, and his cav not getting many kills after selling out and killing my general. Then we have Premsil here, who's playing as Bohemia. His shock infantry, his general getting 109, his shock infantry 121. His polearms did very, very well, probably a lot better than Daddy Caddy's, getting 183. His maceman 199, 255, 291. Very nice kills there with the maceman. Excellent kills. Then we have his crossbows here getting 184, and his handgunners 103 kills. Then we have Kupadance here playing as another Bohemian army. He was the Bohemian army I was mainly facing. His swords or his maceman here getting 204 kills. Again, very, very good. His polearms not doing so well, getting killed by Nafatoons and rear charged by Cav and all sorts. So that was unfortunate. His heavy axes here, 142 kills. Not too bad, but like not amazing. His crossbows here, 212 kills. So they did quite well. And his dog heads getting 229 kills. They did really, really well. They're nasty, those dogs. And we have Mythic Geese here who's playing as Georgia. His general only getting 19 kills. That's a shame. His polearms not getting amazing kills either. Only like 78. His swords, these As-Nuri swords got outmatched by anything in this game. As I said, I think Western swords just beat Eastern swords easily. His Tashri swords are a bit better, 144, and his dismounted Manapsas getting 168 kills, and his Cav 123. And his Mortar only 97 kills, which is a shame. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this siege battle. I certainly did. And if you want to see more 12-12 action, remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, I will see you in the next one.